Welcome to Thoroughbred Action at Gulfstream Park. I'm Katie Stazak. It's Sunday and we're ready to close out the week with one more great 11 race card. Here are the track and weather conditions. The main track is fast and the turf course is firm. Sunday starts off with a $6,250 claiming event. Fillies and mares 4-year-olds and upward, which have not won 2 races, will be sprinting 5.5 furlongs on the main track. No scratches or jockey changes to report.
They're off. And it's Sweet Amy who comes out running. Sweet Amy to the front, Gachas Migas away second to the inside. American Proud is out in third. On the far outside comes Dunkirk's Best, and then Princess Bella on call just in behind them. And now guided to the inside from that far outside is Mimi's Dream, who's within 4 lengths of the lead and down at the rail. And then it's Honey Bunny Boo Boo, and they're being followed by Front Cover Dream and Concert Pianist. And way back at the end of the field here is Yagotka. 23 flat was the quarter, and they're moving around the far turn where it's Sweet Amy in front, American Proud second, and on the outside of them Dunkirk's Best goes up 3 wide. Gachas Migas is down at the rail. Then it's Mimi's Dream. On the extreme outside, Princess Bella on call is gaining ground along with Honey Bunny Boo Boo, and they're coming to the top of the stretch, and it is Sweet Amy, Honey Bunny Boo Boo, and to the outside Princess Bella on call. Honey Bunny Boo Boo to the front, Princess Bella on call to the outside, Princess Bella on call, Honey Bunny Boo Boo, Mimi's Dream coming up the fence. These 3 are going to decide it as they come to the wire. Honey Bunny Boo Boo beat Princess Bella on call, and then Mimi's Dream and Sweet Amy.
It's a 3-horse finish, and Honey Boo Boo takes it by a neck. Honey Boo Boo was ridden to victory by apprentice Tyler Gaffleone, trained by Michael Petro and owned by Frank Calabrese. Honey Boo Boo paid $9.80 to win. And that takes us right to our second race. This is a maiden special weight for Florida-bred 3-year-old fillies. They'll be sprinting 6 furlongs on the main track. Scratch the 9, Desperado.
They're off. Tar and Feather with a quick start on the inside, right out to take the lead over Media Savvy and Wildcat Gaze, who came out third on the far outside. And there goes the Gray's Silver Fog now, rushing up into second and hard held by Paco Lopez. Silver Fog wants to roll, and it's just a half length off of Tar and Feather up the backstretch. Media Savvy follows in fourth at this stage, now racing 4.5 lengths off the lead. And then it's Ice Women, followed by Ticket to Riches, and they're followed by Sierra Squall and Sensational Saturday. 22 and 4 for the quarter, moving around the far turn. Tar and Feathers, Silver Fog, these 2 right together up front. Now they're on even terms, and they're 2.5 lengths ahead of Wildcat Gaze. After that, Ice Women beginning to pick it up with 6 lengths to gain outside of Media Savvy. In the meanwhile, it's Silver Fog taking charge. Silver Fog runs 46 and 2 for a half mile, turns for home in front by 2. Wildcat Gaze into second. Tar and Feather has given way, and now Wildcat Gaze is coming after Silver Fog, and Wildcat Gaze runs by Silver Fog. Wildcat Gaze and Javier Castellano lengthening their lead as they come down to the finish. Silver Fog was second, and then Sierra Squall, who came late third. Ice Women was fourth.
And Wildcat Gaze runs down the field to take the second race. Javier Castellano was in the irons for trainer James Sabelli and owner Patricia Generazio. Wildcat Gaze paid $4.20 for her win. And we'll be right back with more racing after these messages. Welcome back. Here's the third race, a $12,500 maiden claimer. 3-year-olds will be going 6.5 furlongs on the main track. Scratch the 2 and the 5.
They're off. Phil's Comprise came out well. Burning Wild also with some early speed, rushing through on the inside. He did it his way, and Aces for John. These two go up to challenge for the front. Then it's Irish Admiral, Tough Sky to the inside, and at the back of the field is Burning Wild as they head up the back stretch. And the leader is He Did It His Way. He did it his way, a half length on top of Aces for John up the backstretch. Phil's Comprise follows in third. Irish Admiral, Tough Sky to the inside. Burning Wild, Returning Rock. 5 lengths separates the whole field. They run 23 and 3 for the quarter, and they're moving into the far turn. He Did It His Way, the leader. Alongside is Aces for John. These two stride for stride now. And then it's Phil's Comprise. Tough Sky to the inside. Returning Rock is underway with 2.5 lengths to make up while going 3 wide on the turn. Burning Wild is next. Irish Admiral trails. Coming toward the top of the stretch. He Did It His Way. Aces for John. Phil's Comprise out there wide. And then it's Returning Rock moving up into fourth on the outside. Also gaining a bit of ground is Tough Sky in behind horses. And they're into the stretch. He Did It His Way keeps on going. Aces for John. Tough Sky trying to find a seam between those two. And it is closing up on Tough Sky. Oh, so tight. Tough Sky not getting through there. As they come down to the wire, it's going to be Aces for John. Tough Sky second. He Did It His Way third. Then Phil's Comprise.
Tough Sky takes the third race after the stewards take down Aces for John for interference in the stretch and place him second. Tough Sky was ridden to victory by Eduardo Nunez for trainer Roderick Rodriguez and owners All-American Horses, LLC. And we'd also like to congratulate our owner of the month, White Wabbit Racing, LLC. Congratulations. The fourth race is a $20,000 claimer. Fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upward, will be going 7.5 furlongs on the turf course. Scratch the 7, look at me dance.
They're off. Summertime Music sent out of there from the inside to show speed. A Lover's Question's a little bit quicker, though, and A Lover's Question will take the lead in the race to that turn. And then to the outside, it's Kingdom's Crown, who came out running in third just outside the leaders. Raro is fourth early on. And then it's Jalea fifth on the inside, 5 lengths off the lead on that first turn, being followed by 5s and 9s, and then Wild Heiress to the inside. Eastern Atlantic is next, alongside of Wacoit's Dance. The trailer is Wild Horse Annie. On to the backstretch, 23 and 4 was the quarter for A Lover's Question and Jose Caraballo, and they've opened up a 3-length lead in the run up the backstretch. Summertime Music second to the outside. Kingdom's Crown is running in third. Raro is fourth right now, well held, 5 lengths off the lead. Then Jalea, 5s and 9s after that. Wild Heiress is down toward the inside with 8 lengths to make up, running alongside of Wacoit's Dance at a 3-wide Eastern Atlantic. And then it's Wild Horse Annie, 47 and 1 was the half mile. Still A Lover's Question on top, a length and a half. Summertime Music. Kingdom's Crown right there. Raro swings up on the far outside. Jalea's in behind them. 5s and 9s comes wide, and they're into the stretch. And here's Raro on the outside with Summertime Music. These two coming up and after Kingdom's Crown, who got through on the inside. And now A Lover's Question drops back, trying to find a seam as Wild Heiress, who comes splitting horses, and from far behind Jalea, and 5s and 9s, and they're all coming to the wire, and it's going to be a head-bobbing finish between Jalea and Raro. And then it was Wild Heiress and 5s and 9s.
It's a blanket finish in the fourth, and Jalea gets up just in time. She takes a head bob over Raro. Jalea was ridden to victory by Gabe Saez for trainer Scooter Dickey and owner Al Johnson. Jalea paid $23.20 to win. And at this time, we'd also like to congratulate the trainer of the month. That's Jorge Navarro. Congratulations. And on to the fifth race now. This is a $35,000 maiden claimer. 3-year-olds will be going 5 furlongs on the turf course. Scratch the 1, the 3, and the 13. That means the 15 does get in.
They're off. Taking up sharply at the break was Rockham again. It is Lord of the Light out quickly for the front. Little Baltar with early speed. On the inside, Graham also with them. And away running in third position. Some Devo is fourth on the far outside. And then comes Honors and Space Cowboys. And they're being followed by Coochman and Royal Ascot Zip on the inside. Farther out and moving up is Win Stanley as they go around the turn. Break of another 6. And then comes Warrior King. Rockham again is next, and far behind is West Ride. 22 flat was the quarter. They make their way around the turn. Little Baltar the leader. On top by a length, Lord of the Light on the outside second. Graham cuts the corner, runs third on the inside. Space Cowboys. Honors is next, and then comes Coochman and Royal Ascot Zip. Little Baltar has the lead as they come into the final 16th. It's Little Baltar in front. Coochman Finishing well, second and closing in. Little Baltar. Kuchman's going to make it close. It's Little Baltar holding on over Kuchman. And then it was Royal Ascot, Zip, and Graham fourth.
Little Baltar just holds on over a fast-closing Kuchman to take the fifth race. Joel Rosario was in the irons for trainer Carlo Vaccarezza and owners J&J Stables LLC and Priscilla Vaccarezza. Little Baltar paid $5.80 to win. We also want to congratulate the Jockey of the Month at this time, and this month that's Javier Castellano. Congratulations, Javi. And now for the sixth race. This is a maiden special weight for 3-year-old fillies. They'll be going 7.5 furlongs on the turf course. Scratch both of your also eligibles here. That's the 13 and the 14.
They're off. Understudy came out well. There goes Charlevoix sent along from the far outside, and Paco Lopez moves Charlevoix right to the rail as they go into that turn and is able to clear the competition with Sweet Chant sitting right behind in second. It's Only Acting Dad is third to the outside. Kitty's Pearl follows fourth along the rail, 3 lengths off the lead early on. They're being followed by Key Doro. Understudy is after that by another 2. Then it's Dreamy Lady, Valiente toward the inside. Ayati's alongside of C'est Bon, and they're racing about 12 lengths off the lead at this stage. Broken Border in French Channel, 23 and 4 was the quarter as they move up the backstretch, and Charlevoix leads the way. Charlevoix by a length and a half over Sweet Chant as they continue up the backstretch. It's Only Acting Dad and Kitty's Pearl heads apart third and fourth. Ayati steadily progressing inside of Understudy as they go into the turn, and now Ayati is down at the rail, only 5 lengths off the lead. And they're being followed on the outside as they move around the far turn by Key Doro. Getting going now is Valiente on the far outside. And now they move toward the top of the stretch with Charlevoix the leader. It's Only Acting Dad is second. Right behind them, Kitty's Pearl. Ariati comes into the stretch 3 wide and closes in on the front runners. Valiente's on the far outside. They're into the stretch, and it's Charlevoix in front. Ayati picking up stride on the outside. It's Only Acting Dad is there. Here's Ayati. Ayati and It's Only Acting Dad. The first time starters will decide it. Their noses apart, bobbing heads all the way to the wire. Ayati over It's Only Acting Dad, and then came C'est Bon and Charlevoix.
Ayati gamely prevails in a stretch duel with It's Only Acting Dad to take the 6th race in her career debut. Javier Castellano was in the irons. He gets his 2nd win of the day. This one's for trainer Chad Brown and owners Shadwell Stable. And after the race, winning trainer Chad Brown said that Ayati, after taking a big step forward in her recent works, took another major step forward today.
She really did. You know, she's always come in the barn and been a good-looking horse that trained well. But I'd say the last few weeks she's really started to take steps forward and really pull herself into her debut race and declare that she's ready to start. And you know, I didn't have any real high expectations that she needed to win today, but I thought she'd give a good account of herself. And for her to go ahead and win first time out when we didn't really crank her down to do so goes to show you that she has a bright future.
Gulfstream Park is one of Florida's top entertainment destinations, mixing restaurants, clubs, a casino, and international boutique shops with world-class racing. In a lavish, sun-drenched setting with the feel of a Mediterranean village, Gulfstream is a leading year-round entertainment and tourist destination and the home of luxury residences in 2014. The Stronach family, owners of Gulfstream Park, is committed to the sport of thoroughbred racing and the grace, spirit, and generosity of the horse.
The 7th race is a $6,250 claiming event. 4-year-olds and upward will be going a mile and a 16th on the main track. Scratch the 4, Big Rokes.
They're off. Tiz Bobby started well on the inside. Master Achievement is out with early speed, too. Splitting those 2 are Becky's Kitten and Recharged in the race to the first turn. These 4 with the most early speed. Now Tiz Bobby getting shuffled back a bit on that turn, losing several positions as Colonel John moves up on the outside. And Colonel John now into 4th as they round that first turn. It is Master Achievement who leads the way to the backstretch. A half length on top of Becky's Kitten, 2nd, Recharged on the outside, 3rd. And then it's Colonel John, Aragvi, Hugo Light to the outside, and Rome Burned along the rail. Dos de Bastos next. Tiz Bobby is 2nd last ahead of Pio's Passion. They went 24 and 3 for the first quarter. Up the backstretch, Master Achievement on the inside has a narrow lead here over Becky's Kitten. These 2, 1, 2, and 5 lengths ahead of Recharged, who's 3rd up the backstretch. and then it's Rome Burned. Colonel John is after that. Dos de Bastos on the outside. Aragvi is dropped back. Down toward the inside comes Tiz Bobby, who's under a drive, and Tiz Bobby's about 12 lengths off the lead. Then comes Pio's Passion and Hugo Light. A 48 and 1/2 mile as they round the far turn. Becky's Kitten shakes off Master Achievement, about to be joined by Recharged though, and Recharged now within a length of the lead as they come toward the top of the stretch. And here are Rome Burned and Master Achievement getting into it too as they come toward the head of the lane. It is Becky's Kitten turning for home in front. Recharged on the outside, runs on by, and Recharged is taking the lead at the top of the stretch. Then it's Rome Burned, Dos de Bastos, and behind them is Tiz Bobby, Recharged, and on the outside here's Rome Burned on the outside, getting up in time. Rome Burned to win it. Over Recharged, Tiz Bobby, and Becky's Kitten.
Rome Burned is your 7th race winner. Diego Gomez was in the irons for trainer Marcus Vitale and owners Cross Sabers Farm, LLC. Rome Burned paid $7.40 to win. We also recognize the Barn of the Month today. Congratulations to William Hefner and crew. On to the 8th race now. This is a maiden special weight for 3-year-old fillies. They'll be sprinting 6.5 furlongs on the main track.
They're off. And a fast start by Zia, who goes out to the front. To the outside, chiding with early speed too, and there's Fast Moon and Fine Instincts up with the leaders as well. After that, it's Queen's Princess, Bridal Fashion to the inside. Delightful Melodies on the far outside, 5 lengths off the lead early on. After that comes Sharpsburg, who's running right behind them. Then Spirit on the inside, Cassidy's Valentine is next. Then it's Pin Up, Casco Passage, and at the back is Regia Marina. The opening quarter mile goes in 22 4/5 seconds, and as they go into the turn, it is Fast Moon in front. Chiding to the outside, runs along in second by 1.5 lengths. Then it's Fine Instincts in third, right to the outside of Zia fourth. Bridal Fashion follows in fifth, midway on the turn. Then Delightful Melody moving up on the outside of Sharpsburg. Pin Up is within 9 lengths of the lead and moving on the outside. And then comes Cassidy's Valentine, and they're coming toward the top of the stretch. And it's Fast Moon and Chiding. And they went 46 and 4 for a 1/2 mile, and they turned for home together. Chiding and Fast Moon. Outside of them, Fine Instincts comes on too. Zia's in a tight spot between horses and is trying to close the gap as well. It is Chiding in front. Chiding, Zia on the outside, Fine Instincts. These three come down to the wire. Zia trying to catch Chiding. It's down to these two, and it's Zia. Zia got up over Chiding, then came Fine Instincts, followed by Fast Moon.
It's another close finish in the 8th race. This time it's Zia who gets up in the final strides to take it. Paco Lopez is the winning jockey for trainer Nicholas Gonzalez and owners Tucci Stables. Zia paid $16.20 to win. And now for the 9th race. This is an allowance for fillies and mares 4-year-olds and upward. They'll be sprinting 5 furlongs on the turf course. Scratch the 2, never mess with Richie.
They're off. Richie's Sweetheart fires out of there fast. Catching Fireflies, and What a Party away second and third. And then it's Tis Me, Tis You, and Spun Cap just in behind them. Tis Gale is after that, and then comes Madame Giry, followed by Course Gold and Red Minx at the back of the field as they race for the turn. Richie's Sweetheart is the leader. What a Party alongside, second by 2. Catching Fireflies is third, just off those leaders. Gaining a bit of ground is Tis Gale on the inside, and then it's Spun Cap, Tis Me, Tis You is after that. Madame Giry, Course Gold, and Red Minx at the back of the field as they come toward the top of the stretch. It's Richie's Sweetheart off the turn in front. What a Party on the outside, catching Fireflies down the center of the course. Tis Gale behind horses needs some running room, and gaining ground is Spun Cap on the far outside. Here's Catching Fireflies. Spun Cap on the outside. Down to these two along with Richie's Sweetheart. It is Catching Fireflies to win over Spun Cap, Richie Sweetheart, and then came Tis Gale.
And it's Catching Fireflies who cannot be caught in the 9th race. She takes this one with Edgar Prado in the irons. Ralph Nix is the winning trainer for owners Polifka Equine Holdings, LLC, and Brushy Hill, LLC. Catching Fireflies paid $25.40 to win.
There's a new day dawning in Florida. Never before has a Breeders' Cup Classic winner retired to stud in the Sunshine Stage. Until now. Adena Springs presents 3-time Grade 1 winner and earner of over $4 million, Fort Larned. New to Adena Springs South.
Welcome back. We've got the final 2 races of the day for you now. The 10th is an allowance for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upward. They'll be going 7.5 furlongs on the turf course. Scratch the 6, the 12, the 13, and the 14.
They're off. Good start by Dancing House, but it's going to be War Relic to come out quickly and take the early lead. War Relic now being joined by Dancing House is being sent on through, and Resistivity on the far outside is right up there with Holy Empress in a tight pack early on. And they're being followed by Black Elegance. Latique is there on the outside by another 2. Costania's next. After that, we come back to Madicat Millie, who is third last onto the backstretch ahead of Union Prayer and the trailer Interesting. The opening quarter goes in 24 seconds flat. They're onto the backstretch, and Resistivity has cleared and has opened up 2.5 on Dancing House in second. Holy Empress follows in third. Latique is fourth. War Relic fifth up the backstretch and racing 7 lengths off the lead. Just ahead of Costania, Black Elegance on the inside. Madicat Millie is 3 deep up the backstretch, just ahead of Union Prayer, and at the back of the field is Interesting, and she's 13 lengths behind front-running Resistivity, who went 47 flat for a half mile, and Julian Leparoux and Resistivity lead Dancing House by 2.5. But Dancing House is cutting into that gap with each and every stride as she swings to the outside. Then comes Latique in third, and they're into the stretch, and Dancing House trying to run at Resistivity, who's holding on to the lead. Resistivity trying to get another furlong. Dancing House trying to catch her, angling off the rail late. War Relic is third. Still Resistivity. Dancing House coming. Resistivity, Dancing House. It's going to be very close. It's going to be a head bob either way. Dancing House and Resistivity over War Relic and Costania.
The close finishes continue as Dancing House just gets up over pace setter Resistivity. Dancing House was ridden to victory by Joel Rosario for trainer Keir McLaughlin and owners Godolphin Racing, LLC. Dancing House paid $4.20 to win. And after the race, winning trainer Keir McLaughlin was quick to commend Joel Rosario for a perfectly timed ride.
Yes, Joel rode her great. We weren't sure where she was going to be placed early, but he did an excellent job having her close enough. Mark Cassie's filly ran a huge one. We were lucky to get up and beat her.
The 11th race is a $20,000 claiming event. 4-year-olds and upward, which have not won 3 races, will be going a mile and a 16th on the turf course. Scratch the 1, the 10, the 13, and the 15.
They're off. And El Chivo Viejo started quickly. Caminito also with some early speed. On the inside comes For All the Marbles, who's taken back just off the pace in the run into that first turn. Then Scarabajo on the far outside, followed by Caminito, who settles into stride right behind Main Man Mike into that first turn. And it's a length farther back. Then comes Half Wildcat to the outside. Strategic Keeper along the rail. Dominate goes up on the extreme outside. Love Is Heart and Soul is next. And then comes Bright Guy, followed by the trailers 10th Star and Strongbow. 24-1 was the quarter. Onto the backstretch they go, where it's El Chivo Viejo out there on a 3-length lead. Main Man Mike is running in second by a length. Scarabajo third to the outside. For All the Marbles fourth. Dominate fifth on the far outside. And then it's Caminito between horses running in sixth. Half Wildcat seventh on the far outside. Strategic Keeper, Love Is Heart and Soul going up between horses, 6 lengths off the lead. And then comes 10th Star on the far outside, who's only 6 behind now. And then Bright Guy, and at the back is Strongbow. 48 flat for a half mile. El Chivo Viejo continues to lead the way. And now the lead is 3/4 of a length. Main Man Mike getting up a bit closer now. Second on the outside, Caminito. Just in behind the leaders, running in third, Scarabajo. Circles up on the outside, fourth, and they're into the stretch. El Chivo Viejo, Main Man Mike to the outside. These two turn for home together. Main Man Mike outside, El Chivo Viejo along the rail. And Caminito is third and gaining ground. Now it's Main Man Mike in front. On the inside comes El Chivo Viejo. On the far outside, Caminito closing late. And from far behind, Love Is Heart and Soul. Main man Mike won it from Caminito. And then it was El Chivo Viejo, Love Is Heart and Soul, and For All the Marbles.
And main man Mike holds on to take the 11th race. Luis Saez was in the irons for trainer Gustavo Delgado and owners P&G Stables LLC and GDS Racing Stable Inc. And how about some payoffs from our exotic wagers? The Pick 4 4 of 4, $2,786.25. The Pick 5 5 of 5, $7,837.20. And the Rainbow 6 6 of 6, $19,186.64. There was no single winning ticket, so there will be a carryover of $44,649.16 heading into Wednesday's card. That's going to do it for Sunday's card. We're on a 2-day break before we return to racing on Wednesday with 10 more races, and we have a few strong allowance fields. In the first race, the Irish-bred Erugina will make his first start since running 4th in the $200,000 Claiming Crown Jewel Stakes here on opening day. He's only beaten a length and a quarter in that race, and he's posted buyers of 90 or higher in 4 of his last 5 starts. In the 8th race, Coastline will return from an 8-month layoff for trainer Mark Casse. At one point, this colt was on the Kentucky Derby Trail in 2014. He finished 3rd in the Spiral Stakes at Turfway Park, beaten just ahead before contesting the Grade 1 Bluegrass Stakes and the Penn Mile. The Casse barn does very well off the layoff, and this horse should really enjoy some class relief and a cutback in distance after having time off. Then in race 10, Very Few Details will look to take his 2nd race in a row after scoring by 3 lengths and an allowance here on January 4th in her first start for trainer Tevis McCauley. That was a really nice run. There'll be 7 other great races to see too. See you on Wednesday. Thanks for watching Thoroughbred Action. I'm Katie Stazak.